Welcome back, Swamplings. The name is Jay Shrek, and today I have my review of the latest Sony movie from the Spider-Man Rogues, Venom. There are plenty of good and great things about this movie, along with some minimal issues that I am running into. The plot is very straightforward and simple to follow. A spaceship from the Life Foundation was on a mission and has discovered life from an asteroid. They managed to contain these four specimens and bring them back to Earth to study and test because they are believed to be the key to human survival in our galaxy. The head of this corporation is a bit corrupt in his mindset and doesn't care about following testing protocols and the lives of any volunteer patients. The reporter Eddie Brock, as played by Tom Hardy, had suspicions of this activity. He is sent to interview the head of this corporation, and by doing so, only concerns himself in taking him down and gets himself and his fiancee fired from their jobs. Brock then manages to get himself back into the Life Foundation's headquarters through a mole, only to discover he was right and in turn ends up bonded with one of the retrieved life forms known as Venom. That is as simple as it gets. There's more to it, like how he gets back involved with his ex-fiancée and how one of the four symbiotes escapes in the beginning. But I would really like to start off with some of the not so good things first. First, the plot was kind of predictable. From the start, it took quite a bit of time for Eddie Brock to even come in contact with Venom. I understand that they wanted to take some time with this and work in some other stuff with the plot, but in my opinion, the beginning was a bit lacking and slow. I also didn't really enjoy the chemistry between Eddie and his girl Annie that much. There really wasn't much chemistry there between the two of them, which threw me off a little bit and just wasn't really all that convincing that they are really in love or really cared about each other. The last part I really didn't care for was the typical CGI heavy third act with that huge fight scene between the symbiotes that you see within the trailer. This is a problem in a lot of superhero movies, so like we can't be super upset about it, but it's just really again. Plus, like I said, we did see this fight in the trailer already. Like, can we for once not get the whole movie spoiled for us from the trailer? Well, it is now time to talk about the good. Man, there is a lot to talk about here. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock was great. He is an amazing actor. I loved him as Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, and once again, I love him here as well. You really get a really good connection between him and the symbiote, and I love the development of his character throughout the movie. Both Brock and the symbiote are seen as losers in their own given right, which makes their bond even stronger. The CGI on the whole Venom character is great, a lot better than Topher Grace's crappy performance and interpretation in Spider-Man 3, but we don't really need to talk about here right now. I really loved how they show the Venom symbiote talking to Brock in his head, so it appears as if he is crazy, and just how Brock really tries to keep Venom under control to the point of them really becoming one. The actor who took on the role of Carlton Drake in the movie wasn't fantastic, but he did his part in the movie by really making the audience really not like him that much as a character. In my mind, that is a success. The general plot is simple and predictable, but it was handled very well in my opinion, and this movie is definitely a step in the right direction for the team over at Sony. Before I go any further, I do want to warn you that I am about to talk about a spoiler pretty quickly before I head into my rating of the movie. If you do not want any spoilers, then please go watch the movie and then come back and watch this quick segment. I will give the time of where you can skip ahead to if you just want to see what my rating is on screen about it, probably about right now. So, let's go right into some spoilers. Right into spoiler territory. I want to talk about that mid-credits scene. People have been talking about Woody Harrelson being in this movie as Cletus Cassidy, but a lot of people didn't really believe it. Well, we got it. Confirmation of the Sonyverse movie series has officially happened, and the way Woody Harrelson dropped that name Carnage the way he did was just really nice, really epically done. It was literally as soon as I saw them panning over that prison that I knew this was coming for sure, and I was really hoping it to be true that Woody Harrelson would be taking that role. Sure enough, we got him. He looks and acts like he is going to be great, and I literally cannot wait to see what else Sony will do with this character. Just to sum things up with this movie, I do have to say that there are some problems with this movie, but it really isn't enough to really drag down the enjoyment of Venom. It is a really fun action thriller, even with the chase scene with Brock and his bike and everyone just after him was just very intense and fun. Typically those chase scenes just feel old and stale, but this one was just plain fun. I would definitely give this movie a nice passing grade. A nice solid B- sounds about right for this movie. Sony is definitely starting to care about their characters a lot more and put in heart into their movies, and you really see that throughout most of this movie. I really hope to see that in their next Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse, coming this December when that is released. That is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please hit that like button. Comment below what you think of the movie if you have seen it, and subscribe if you would like to keep up with all my videos. And I will see you guys later.